I think the alarm should be sounded, really, and that's just the honest truth about it. I feel like anybody's health issues right now or weight issues right now should be of major concern to them, just as mine are to me. Um, just seeing that once, like I said in the last video, like nobody told me that I was or had gained all my weight back. And then I was saying because it's socially acceptable to be overweight, to be fat or fluffy, like my cousin said to me the other day. So and that's once again not to point fingers at anybody, but that's just to to make this point that I'm saying here, why I think the conversation needs to be had. And is that, there are lots of health issues associated with, obesity and being overweight. And, I'm not a medical professional. This is actually my disclaimer right here. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not trained, in any of that. But it's just, for conversation's sake that I'm talking about myself and hopefully, someone else can be helped. But for diabetes to be running rampant in our community, for high blood pressure to be running rampant in our community, for high cholesterol to be running rampant in our community, cancer, strokes, all those things are related to your health and to your weight. So why shouldn't the alarm be sounded? Why shouldn't the conversation be had? Why aren't we making changes to turn these things around when they're all pretty much health related? I'm not going to say in every case, but, for the most part, they are. So that should be alarming. That should be alarming. It is alarming. And the fact that, that nobody's acting as if alarm, has been sounded, I mean, that's alarming too. I just love food. It's like I live to eat instead of eating to live. I think, I think we all think that, well, I get hungry, so I have to eat. No, that wasn't the case for me all the time. And I'm sure it's the case for many other people because, I hear the conversations, but I was living to eat. Like, I only think about food on 2 occasions. That's day and night. We all heard, that song from way back. But like literally, like even now with, me being aware or paying attention or making a conscious effort to eat certain foods, eating certain amounts of foods, it's still on my mind all the time. But I feel like now that, it's more in a controlled way because I know I'm only going to go this far with it. Whereas before, it was on my mind. I couldn't go visit anybody. Like you can't go to the mall. You're surrounded by your food. Everybody wants like Auntie Annie's or Auntie Anne's or whatever it's called. Or you get ice cream, you get pizza, whatever you want at the mall. The mall smells good. So you're going to be drawn to something. Or like I'm saying, going to visit a relative. One of my friends used to always crack jokes saying, she don't worry about, having money or, being hungry around me because she know at some point I'm going to eat. And it's true. It's true. Love to eat and I love to eat well, And when I'm talking about well, I'm not talking about healthy foods. I was talking about, just in abundance, like eating some good food, so I wasn't so concerned about my health so much, but that's been, that was what led to all of my my issues with food consumption and then that which led to weight gain, weight fluctuation. So I needed to get control. And I'm thankful that I did. I feel like, like this part of my journey is way different than it ever has been. So I'm grateful for that now that I pay attention to what I'm consuming and how much I'm consuming. Some of the things I've tried in the past to lose weight has been, I'm gonna call it like elimination. I cut out fried foods. I cut out sugar. I cut out basically all processed foods actually at that time. And that was recommended to me by a doctor that I was seeing. And it worked well for me. It worked very well for me, but it just got to the point where it got boring to me. And in that time, since it was my first time really focusing on, food and what I was eating, I felt kind of deprived. Like it hit me like on an emotional level. It wasn't just something that just, that was like mental, but it was really emotional because I felt like I was missing out on what I considered to be my culture at that time. Like I couldn't eat the good macaroni and cheese and the ribs and fried chicken, all those things because I cut those things out, and I love dessert. I don't care how much I eat. If you offer dessert, I was eating dessert. So I just felt like I was missing out, and it got depressing for me. It actually kind of made me depressed. In my alone time. I wouldn't probably like share that with others at that time, but definitely in my alone time, I felt it felt like a heavy burden that I didn't want to carry. It felt a little bit too heavy for me, so I quit. I quit and just started enjoying again. Doing what I consider to be enjoying again. When I hear the phrase "health is wealth," lots of things come to mind for me. But the main thing is, I fully expect to be wealthy. And well, actually, I'm going to put it this way. I am wealthy because the word of God says that I'm wealthy. Like he gave me power to get wealth. And so since he gave me power to get wealth, I'm already claiming that wealth. So I knew like this last time that I had gained all that weight back, that 243 pounds that I was talking to everybody about. I'm older now, so I felt the effects of it in my body more heavily. I would say that. I'll say it more heavily because it was like a weight. It was hard to get out of bed in the mornings. And I had terrible sleep. I was not sleeping well. And so I felt like some certain places on my skin even would just be sore just to the touch, and I'm like, that's not supposed to happen. It's just not supposed to happen. My shoes were too tight at times, so I had to really, be selective in my shoes, and my vision was, I'm gonna say, getting poor. It was like decreasing to the point where it was very hard to see. And I know that all those things are related to the foods that we eat because I've done the research. I know it all mentally, and basically educationally because, like I said, I've been on this journey for so long. So I knew all the right things to do. So when I start thinking about, back to your question, health is wealth, I know I have lots of things to do. I have lots of things to do. Like, I don't feel like my destiny has been fulfilled yet. So I have lots of places I want to travel to. And I never visualized myself going there or going into those things limping. Like there was no disorder in my vision. Like, I think it was Dame Dash, he said, if you visualize a loss, you already lost. There should be no losses in your visualization, in your imagination. You should always see yourself winning. So that speaks to me. I didn't see myself losing or going into my travels, visiting the places I want to do, helping the people that I want to help, being a world changer. I don't see myself limping. I'm not going there with one leg or with my foot cut off or anything like that. I'm going in whole. That's my desire. That's my purpose, and I'm standing on it. I'm going in whole. I'm going to do everything I need to do whole and healed. Yep. And that's just my my thinking, my thoughts, but not just for myself. Like I'm making these videos not just for myself. Yes, I'm documenting my journey, but I'm hoping that someone else can be helped, even if it's just one person. And thank you too to all the people that did send your inspirational comments in the video. That is greatly appreciated. And, some of y'all brought tears to my eyes. Even the text messages, that came through, some of those even brought tears to my eyes. But once again, if I can help somebody, with sharing what, I'm sharing, things that we should be talking about that we're not talking about, then it's worth it. It's worth it. Sitting here in front of this camera, it's worth it, So thank you all once again. And even thank you to all the people that have taken time to even watch this video today. Your time is your most valuable asset, and I don't take it for granted that you took time to spend it with me. Yeah, I would like both, please. Actually, spinach and the basil. what's that? The traditional crust, right? And the classic sauce. Traditional crust.
Yeah.
And the classic sauce. Oh, I want way more basil than that, please. Thank you. Yeah, like that's perfect. Yeah, yeah, that's okay. And spinach, please. That's enough spinach. That's good on spinach. And I want the shredded cheese, please. Shredded. And the grilled onions. And then I want like half a serving of the olives before it goes in the oven.
Before it goes in the oven?
Yeah. Yes, please.
I think I can go there right there.
All right, beautiful. That's it.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Okay, I can get you paid out on your right side.
I'm sorry?
I can get you paid out on your right side.
Yeah, light arugula, yeah. That's good. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, this is my final product, up close and personal. I may or may not be getting ready to eat this pizza in my car. But the thing about it, see, I don't have to eat the whole pizza. That's it. But you can go on, this is from And Pizza. You can go right on their website. Find all the calories, for each ingredient, and eat as much or as little, as your calorie count will allow you for the day. So once again, like, I don't have to eat this whole pizza. I can eat half of it. I can save the rest for tomorrow. I can make a decision. So, but I'm about to enjoy. Thanks for joining.